Hey, it's DC. I'm upset. I was just working and went over to check my Twitter. If you don't know what's been going on, I Aaron shared a video Saturday morning or it might have been Friday night, and so I went live and reacted to most of it. And there was a part about her describing her trip to Colombia. And then, thankfully, Aaron and Julie Joe did a condensed live to that part, and it is horrific what the independent rep described. And it's not just saying like, "Oh, goody, we've got a villain." You have actual people harming others, okay? And there's no legal recourse to keep them in check, other than them not being able to sell with that company anymore, or someone on her team who was on that trip suing her civilly. So we tweeted out to the CEO of Pruvit. We tweeted out the Attorney General of Kentucky. We tweeted out to, some people tweeted the Attorney General of Texas, the FTC, the Better Business Bureau. What she did, she took some top people to Colombia. Not Colombia, the District of Columbia, Colombia, South America. If you haven't watched the video, I would be prepared if you are sensitive to anything, because you see someone come out of her mouth. I wanted to break people down so I could build them back up. She put people in harm. She told her guides to lie to them. She purposely lied to them because she said, "I knew it was going to be 15 hours and I only told them it was going to be 2 hours." So we've tweeted all these people, and it wasn't just, "Man, this is great analytics. Great. We've got a villain." No, it's more than that. You have people harming others, whether that is recognized by the law or not. So we tweeted out an unlisted part of the video. Like I uploaded just the clip to YouTube with no commentary, and I said, "Brian Underwood, I'm mad because these companies don't give a shit about people. Brian liked the tweets very close to when we posted them. Yeah, it's unlisted. I'll put it in the comments right now. You can leave the live and go watch it because it's disgusting. It's awful. YouTube. It's not Beachbody. It's just an awful thing that happened. So we tweeted it out, and Brian Underwood, the CEO of Pruvit, liked the tweets about, "Please take a look at what your independent rep did. Please stop her from doing this, continuing to harm others because she can make money in your company." And I'm grabbing the unlisted link so y'all don't have to listen to me. I'm gonna put it in the comments. I'm gonna try to link it. I think Clown Down has it. I think Julie Joe has it. It's unlisted because we were trying to get the attention. You have 11 minutes left. We were trying to get the attention to have someone stop their independent rep from doing this. And we saw that he liked it. He liked both of the tweets. I just made a reel about it because we have evidence that he saw them, he engaged with them electronically on Twitter. You can see Brian Underwood, the one with the link. And I emailed compliance and I said, this is awful what happened, and you're continuing to let her harm others. No, Brian Underwood is trying to delete his electronic trail because he removed the likes from those tweets to try to make it seem like he didn't see those. Sorry, I'm crying. I'm upset. Like, people fucking matter. Treating people well matters. Not interfering with people's human rights matters. So he didn't like it, but he saw it. So he's trying to remove the electronic trail that he wasn't aware, or he doesn't want any association with the event that happened in terms of being able to track it. Well, you can get this data exported. Twitter saves everything. And so you were always saying, like, it's the companies. The companies are creating this toxic, problematic ecosystem for people to be set up to harm others. And we focus on people sometimes because there are specific examples of people harming others, people manipulating others. In the video, you hear her laughing. You hear her laughing about her lying and talking about how stupid her team was, not asking more questions, that it was basically their fault for not having enough water. It was their fault for not having enough food. It was their fault for not having warm clothing. It was their fault for not being in better shape. It was their fault because they're not smart enough to catch her in a deception. And every time that Pruvit does not stand up and say it matters how we make money, they're complicit. So, if you watch the video, it seems like, I'm sorry, I'm crying. I'm emotional. Like, people matter to me. Even people participating in a multi-level marketing opportunity being harmed by others matter to me. It's not just like, oh man, we enjoy hating on people. Watching someone tear down people who trust her on purpose because she wants to break them down, that's shitty. That is shitty. So this isn't the mastermind event. This was her Pruvit team. So her Pruvit team went to Colombia last week or the week before. And so only people who met certain goals on her team were able to go to the trip. So, from what I understand, so she said, we're going to do some hiking. We're going to do some physical activities. Make sure, you're in shape. But hearing that she purposefully deceived them to mentally and physically break them down, that's wrong on so many levels, even if the law hasn't caught up with undue influence, even if the law hasn't caught up with people playing a long game to trap people in a relationship to manipulate them. If it wasn't clear to me before, it has never been more clear to me right now that the interconnectedness of the relationship of the companies allowing their reps to run wild and with no accountability is abundantly clear. And I'm upset. Like, it's not easy to make content. And, you know, we have some snarky moments. I mostly focus on Beachbody and a few other companies. And it's not easy to continually create interpersonal conflict, talking about people's behavior, critiquing it, but also exposing yourself to this shit. That's fine. I've signed up for it. I'm saying that it's not for like shits and giggles. It's not like, man, this is what I'd rather be doing. I'd rather be gaming. I'd rather be hanging out with my dog. I'd rather not be in emotional turmoil all the time. And yeah, if you hate me, fine. Yes, I put myself in this position. I'm saying that people matter, and harming people is wrong. People matter, and harming people is wrong. And listening to someone laugh at how they harmed others and listening to her boyfriend laugh at how she harmed others is wrong. And it's not. People could have died on that trip, and it is just by luck that the medically compromised people on that trip were not permanently harmed. I'm upset because of what it looks like to me on Twitter, that the CEO of Pruvit is intentionally trying to cover up his knowledge of this video. That he saw it and said, instead of coming out and saying, we have terminated our contract with Jesse Lee Ward because we do not condone harming others and harming people that are supposed to feel like they can trust our independent reps, we don't put our stamp of approval on that. Instead of coming out and saying that, he's removing likes. And she's still an independent contractor with Pruvit. I don't think they're gonna quit. We watched a video of Courtney Shortney or whatever, Jesse Lee's best friend, out hiking with her kids, and her kids having to wear packs on their backs after this trip to Colombia. So I know that Aaron and Julie Joe covered this, and I know I'm small. But I hope as many people as possible, or if you know a reporter, or if you know someone in media who can pick this up, because they're not doing the right thing internally with their own, left up to their own devices. And I say the right thing is creating a culture. Like, what the fuck does treat people better, like, what, I don't even know what Pruvit's motto is. Leave people better, or Pruvit motto, make people better. Okay, maybe you think that abusing people makes people better. It doesn't. It's wrong. Abuse is wrong. And just because someone paid to go on a trip and then were tricked because the leader intentionally put people in place that she had paid to trick them, that doesn't mean that the person paying for the trip was a consenting adult. So if you can, like, I hate asking for things, but if you have a Twitter account, can you at least tag Brian Underwood and Just Prove It with the link to the YouTube video and ask them what's going on? Because they're not, when they're not on the public, if they're not on the public's radar, they're not going to do the right thing on their own. We've seen it over and over again. I'm sorry I'm missing so many of the comments. I didn't open them up. How can the CEO be okay with the leader putting her team in very real danger? This company has only shown... Yeah. Be covering it in Spanish and English. Incredible. Karina is a bilingual creator. She makes content here on Instagram and YouTube. And I'll share anything that Karina creates. It feels like when you're trying to shout and tell people that something is wrong and you have no sphere of reach. Like on my page, I'm so small that how can you make an impact and how can you actually help people? It feels like the most discouraging place to be. And Brian deleting his electronic trail of his actual seeing those tweets and engaging with them and then replying to Jessica with actual emojis of interaction and then trying to remove everything. What a shitty thing. How hypocritical. How hypocritical. I don't know why my email's going crazy. How hypocritical of you to talk about living with intention and trying to do better and live every day better. What bullshit. When you stand by and watch one of your paid independent contractors who actively in that video told over and over and over and over again her association with Pruvit, but you're still going to put your stamp of approval on her because she brings you in a shit ton of money. Julie Joe's video has 13,000 views. Yep. I know he saw the link I sent him on Instagram. My mental health isn't in a good spot. I'm doing what I can when I can, but I'm crying because I'm upset. Again, people matter to me. I know they matter to the people watching this video. Even if there's no laws that cover her behavior in a criminal court, what she did was wrong. And Julie Joe's and Aaron's videos are much more condensed. The best thing I think to share out is the unlisted link because of or Julie Joe's video or Aaron's video, because she starts talking immediately how she treated her team and she can stand on her own with no bias and input from me. And you can see what she did. You can see what she said. You can see how she abused her team. Thanks, Karina. Twitter is a very public place. It's very business focused. It is very academic focused. I know that it can be a trash fire sometimes, but if you're looking to get attention from big news sites, you can do that on Twitter if it gets enough traction. I don't know how many people. I hope as many people as possible see this. I hope that if you see this and you have connections with someone who can at least review the video and decide for themselves if they want to do a story, I hope that happens. I don't know anyone in the media space. If you've ever been conflicted about multi-level marketing companies and the harm that they do, this, I feel like, is a perfect example of the lack. And maybe it's because they're waiting to decide, but I would promise you that even if my lawyer told me you need to unlike that stuff, as a person, I would have to tell them, no, I already liked it. It would be unethical. It would be below what I believe is important, how to live, to unlike that, because I don't hide stuff that I do. Bye, Charlene. Oh, seriously, Amber? I'm sorry for crying. I didn't mean to surprise y'all. This is hard to navigate. Speaking out on stuff and also managing big feelings. Thank you for your support. If you can, I don't know. How can you call attention to this? You can tweet it out. You could tweet out the unlisted link, and you can tag people and ask. People like the Kentucky Attorney General, the Texas Attorney General, the CEO of Pruvit, bigger news sites. I don't know the best way to do that, but sharing and tagging people to say this is, and letting them know what the video is about. There's a title on the video, so they can read that, but it is, there's a lot of information going out every minute on the internet, and so it's hit or miss whether something can make traction and be seen. Hey, Aaron. Oh, I'll send it to her. Or Amber, if you can send it to her. I think she already put it out, but I don't know. I wish that I wasn't the type of person that cried like this. Terry LaCour? I don't know. Maybe he would care. I'm upset because Brian Underwood is trying to hide his electronic trail of him seeing the tweets about the video of Jessie Lee Ward, in my opinion, abusing her team. We have screenshots, but he just unliked it to try to delete his electronic trail of any association or any knowledge that he saw what was going on. And it has never been again. It's been a wake-up call seeing a multi-level marketing company C-suite behave like this to cover something up like that. And I do call it a cover-up. Okay, I'll email Andrew Gold. I'll email Andrew Gold. So, Aaron and Julie Joe have done a video on what's happened. I've shared the link to the unlisted video if you want to watch without commentary. I was trying to create that unlisted video so that if someone doesn't like anti-MLM content, that they could just watch the video and see for themselves about what the hell happened. I'm going to hop off the internet because I don't want to keep crying, even though have cried this whole video. It is what it is. Again, people matter to me. How people are treated matter to me. Watching big companies, multi-million dollar companies put their stamp of approval on someone's behavior like this is disgusting to me. So, I'm gonna put this up on my feed, and I will put the screenshot of Brian Undy, sorry my nose is running, on the front of it so y'all can see it. And if you feel comfortable and safe sharing it and tagging Pruvit and Brian Underwood, not on mine, but share the link to the unlisted video. Don't share my content. Share the link to the unlisted video so someone can see what's going on. And please put a trigger warning on the share so that people know it's awful. I'll put the unlisted link in my stories after I hop off right now. If you want to grab it, you just have to click on the sticker once, copy it, and then you can paste it to your own stories. So, thanks for hanging out. I'll see y'all later.